celebrating something special today, everyone. 1,000 subscribers on Twitch. So I made a special pair of glasses for this stream. But that's not everything we're celebrating. Ludwig is guest in the studio today. Ludwig is going to make sure that the vibraphone, the marble machine, can be transported on the world tour. Welcome, Ludwig, to the show.
Thank you.
So, are we streaming, Hannes?
It looks like we're out. Yeah, people are cheering on.
Nice.
I just want to... You're prematurely celebrating, Martin. We're at 978 followers on Twitch. So you know your mission now, audience. We need 22 more so Martin can wear his goggles.
Hannes is going to give me the notification to put my 1,000 Twitch followers on when it's happening. All right. So, Ludwig is my dear friend and studio neighbor here, and a tech wizard in many ways. And he's been on to me. Ludwig got me into Onshape. Ludwig taught me to 3D print no smoking signs. Ludwig taught me a lot of things, actually. But today he's going to teach me something perhaps even more important. How we're going to transport the machine. And previous this day, I'm getting confused. We did great work on the design requirements here. So I'm actually starting to love design requirements slowly. This is not a magic bullet, but I'm working with them much more seriously. And in the Systems tab, number 4, there is a place. We
haven't dared to venture yet.
No. Ludwig is going to take us there.
Oh.
Transport and logistics requirements. So I think perhaps just over to you, Ludwig.
Well, thank you. Well, so just like most viewers here, I'm a long-time fan, and I really looking forward to see the world tour, and I'm a #believer. But when, I think it was one of the first streams that you did, and you were setting down like some constraints, like for the size of the machine, and you're like, no, it's going to be the studio height is 3 meters tall, so the machine can be 2.7 meters tall, and I was like, that's not really going to work. So I've created a small presentation here with some ideas and thoughts and some constraints, and I think that we have focused. So the presentation is basically called "Your Machine is Too Big," but that's okay. So.
Yay!
So the idea is not to change the any. I still think that we can make it. It's just that we need to think about a few things before we can get there. So another way to see it is, this is currently from today your machine, which is 3.3 meters high if you include the governor. And 2.7 meters, 3.3 meters high and 2.7 meters wide. I did try to add some measurements for metric...
Imperial.
Metric impaired people. But then I got bored by it, so I didn't. But this is the size of a normal door. Which is problem. Exactly. So a normal door is 2.04 in the opening. Usually this is called a 2.1 meter door, but the frame is actually included in the normal name of a door. So
excuse me,
yes?
producer Hannes here. Ludwig could use a little bit more audio, a little more gain on him.
Let me do this so I can actually
Chat wants him a little bit louder.
That's very helpful for chat. So eat the mic, Ludwig. I'll increase you as well.
All right.
I think that should be good. Wait. Let me do this proper. You not gain after the limiter, Martin. You know that. Come on now. All right, Ludwig.
Do you think maybe we could get the NDI Studio monitor on here just for a few things I can see?
Oh, you want to see for your sake?
Yes, I know where in the presentation we are. Or just
no, sorry. Is it okay without?
Yeah, it's okay. It's just
Thank you. Chat, let me know if Ludwig's audio is better.
Yeah. Well, all right. So basically, the door height is a little bit more than 2 meters, and the width is about 82 centimeters for a normal door. This is a 90 centimeter wide door. There are, of course, also the 1 meter wide doors, which is 0.91 centimeters. So this is basically the ultimate sizes that we need to work with, because most venues actually have doors, at least the older ones. I mean, if you go to a big stadium, then they will have larger possibilities.
Are you implying I will not play only on big stadiums?
I mean, I'm talking about all, like when you do the British, what's it called, the concert?
Wembley Stadium?
No,
Royal Albert Hall?
Exactly.
So it's an interesting, it's an interesting user need already. Do we want to be able to play in all houses of the world or not? Is an actual question. So I'm just going to try to tie this. I'm doing my first. I'm going over here. I'm just going to make a note here. Under the logistics requirements, I'm going to add some things from Ludwig's presentation here.
Don't forget, like Rudolf van Rooyen says, make sure it can fit in a Falcon 9 rocket.
Play in all venues, including those with small doors. Question mark. I'm just adding a question mark. And back to you, Ludwig.
The thing is that even doors, like even big venues, sometimes have small doors. So for instance, here in Stockholm, Banch, the place where Europe actually wrote is the final countdown.
I'll fix it.
Oh,
no smoking.
Hello again. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Ludwig.
All right. Yeah. So Banch, which famously had Europe create the final countdown song for. We did an event there 2 weeks ago, and they had a 90 centimeter door. In other words, like 82 centimeters. So everything had to fit through 82. So sometimes even venues that you think have better possibilities have these constraints. And that is also why, as you'll see, most of the freight logistics systems that we have are actually made for an 80 wide door. But we'll get to that. So
cool.
But in other words, the marble machine design looks amazing. Also, it will not fit through a door.
Yep.
So this presentation will do two things. We will talk about what are the touring requirements, constraints, and also some ideas that I have for how to make it world tour ready.
Perfect.
So if you go to constraints, if you just think about how to get this from here to the world tour, getting out from the studio, as you noticed or measured yourself, the studio height here is 3 meters. It is actually 3.2 meters between the beams that we have. So we can actually go a little bit taller when we build it up.
Flyball governor.
Exactly. But our studio door here, the double door, is 210 centimeters high, that means that it's a little bit less of the actual room. So it needs to be a little bit less than that. And it's a double door, so it's 180 centimeters wide. But worst case scenario, we could actually make a bigger hole. We could remove the door and rebuild this wall ourselves. So we could, of course, tear it down ourselves. But the big issue here later is that to get it out from the elevator, because yes, we are a sub floor. We need to get it up to the street, and we happen to actually have an elevator that is 6 meters times 3 meters. So, which also happens to be the largest elevator in a residential building in Sweden.
You heard it here first.
Oh, wow. What a flex.
I know. However, the height is still just 2.1 meters maximum. And it's not only the largest elevator in a residential building, it's actually probably the oldest elevator in a residential building. It's 97 years old, which, and for being almost 100 or Centurion, or what's it called. It works quite well, even though whenever it breaks down, we need to like raid museums for spare parts.
But the elevator is not going to be. The studio door is a smaller constraint than the elevator.
However, there is another constraint here, and that is because it's so old. It's built for a lot less weight.
Okay, cool.
So the elevator can only take 1.5 metric tons, but we can of course go many times with this elevator. So, but no single part can be more than 1.5 metric tons.
I'll note here in the constraints while you're going. Kilo elevator weight.
Yeah. So taking it from the studio to focus, Hannes.
It is focused. I will focus again then.
when Ludwig says focus, Hannes, it's not on the. It's not anything. He looks unfocused on the presentation. It's to get the switching of the slides correct.
I haven't touched anything. I am focused, Ludwig.
All right. So taking it from the studio to somewhere, like the most common transportation for small things here in the city is using one of these box trucks. Box trucks are really neat because they don't require a special license. You can drive it with a normal car license, but the whole cargo hold of this is about 2.1 meters wide and again 2.10 meters height. And the length is usually around 4 meters. So if you want to be able yourself to take the machine somewhere, then this is probably what you would use easily. However, the biggest constraint with the box truck is actually not the cargo hold.
It's weight.
It's the weight.
Yeah, it's less than the elevator. Yeah, 900. I've been nervous of getting caught up from the police many times when packing those cars.
Yeah.
Hannes has been complicit. It's more than 10 years ago, so it's written off. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. So if you go to a step up, like a normal truck size, European standard size, it's a little bit wider, so it's 2.4 meters wide, and the height can be about between 2.10 and 2.6 centimeters. There are also semi-truck trailers that are taller. There are also the ones that can have different heights, so you can increase, like it's basically a transformer. So the height...
Can I ask you, Ludwig, this 210 centimeter value is coming back.
Yeah.
That's probably not a coincidence.
No. But so, there is, we'll get to that. I mean, we're close there.
Okay, good.
Wow, Eagle Eye Martin.
Yeah, the total car height needs to be below 4.5 meters because otherwise it will get stuck under bridges. And the length can be also, like normal length is about 13 meters. But
team wide.
Yeah, exactly.
Team wide is ready.
But the big change here is, or difference is that the normal truck can take a lot more weight. If you compare it by weight, it's like, yeah, basically it's very difficult to overload one of these, considering the size of the cargo hold. Whereas in the box truck, you can usually only fill it a third, and then you're overweight.
Yeah, 22 metric tons. We only need 4 of those for the machine. Good. Thank you, Hannes. Thank you.
So that is just like to bring it over land, but unfortunately, unless we want to go over the Arctic, it's difficult to get it to the States and to Australia. And I mean, if it's a world tour, it's a world tour. So the easiest and most efficient way when it comes to transporting things over large distances is, of course, over sea, but it takes very long. So, but if all sea freights are using these standard 22 feet containers, I didn't write down, I mean, you have the sizes there, but basically the height is, I think it's 2.4 meters or something. I can't really read from here. My glasses are not that great.
Chat will fill you in, I'm sure of it.
But if you're okay with waiting about 3-4 weeks between like doing the European part and then going to the US, then I think renting a container and fitting everything there is probably way to do it. There is, of course, the other alternative, which is aircraft cargo. Aircraft cargo is a little bit interesting because you'd think that it's the height that is the limiting factor, but it's actually more of the weight of the width of the parcel. So because of the roundness of the cargo airplane freighter, it's the height is usually actually fine, but the width needs to be a pallet size. So most large, like full cargo planes can do the 3 meters. Well, that is the machine currently is. So, but width and height wise or depth wise, it needs to be a pallet. So, what is a pallet? Here in Sweden, in most of EU, we use a pallet that is has the technical definition Euro 1.
I was told this came from the Romans horse carriages, the measurements.
Yeah, probably. But it's also all countries, most countries have different sizes. So just like all other types of measurements that originated from that time, everything got screwed up somewhere in the translation. But yeah, American pallets are in generally larger. But the ones that we use here is 120 long and 80 centimeters wide. And the UK version is 100 centimeters wide. But the reason why it's, of course, 80 centimeters is that it actually fits into a door. And this is also one of the reasons why everything is built on pallets, is because all European pallets, you can fit them into basically any normal door. And that is one of the reasons why they are such a standard size of freight. But the big thing for us here, I think, is also to look at the maximum height of a pallet, which is 120 centimeters for a half pallet. That's more of a technical definition. But then you can't freight anything that is more than 220 centimeter. But that also includes the height of the pallet. And the height of the pallet is between 14 centimeters and 20 centimeters. So basically, 2 meters is the maximum height that we can have when we freighting these things. The length can be longer than a pallet. There is also double pallets that is 180 centimeters long. I forgot to add it but 80 width and about 180 long, most places and venues can handle without any issues. And even if you're contracted to do a wedding concert sometime in the future, you can make sure that even the wedding venue can handle that. However, I'm not saying that you should do it on pallets.
Sounds better to just add the lifting points on the sub-assemblies immediately,
yes,
right?
Exactly. So we're getting to that, but I don't think that we should use a pallet. However, because also the max weight of pallets is quite high as well, so that's not a worry when it comes to these things. But what you usually use for touring is flight cases. Which doesn't really have to do much with flight, but it's these plywood boxes with steel or aluminum frames to keep it from breaking when being handled rough. And most of these, the largest size that you usually have on these flight cases is actually the exact same size of a pallet. In other words, 120 times 80 centimeters. The height can, of course, also be different, and we can, of course, and I think that we'll have to do that, basically making our own flight cases for the different parts of the marble machine. But then you have to also keep in mind that the largest size of a plywood sheet to make these of is 250 times 125 centimeters. So making it larger than 225 centimeters in any direction might be tricky.
That's a really good point, I think. Yeah.
Because another thing when it comes to, I know that you have on the The wheel?
Programming wheel?
No, not the programming wheel.
flywheel?
The flywheel, I think, is bigger than the size of a
But
plywood
it's going
sheet.
to be in sections,
Okay.
in cake pieces, pie pieces, I think.
Right.
Which is why it would be good, which is interesting with these requirements, because it would be good if I'm not using that big wheel as a gear. It's just a flywheel, which takes down the precision requirements, because we're going to break it down to make it more simple to transport it. So like where I'm placing I'm just going to tie it quickly here too. So we've been discussing a lot about where to place the governor. And like there is an idea to actually use this big wheel as a gear for the governor. So I think this is a good point where like all the constraints on the entire project comes in. So what Ludwig just said, the plywood sheet sizes of flight cases might affect where the governor can be.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Back to you, Ludwig.
I just want to quick derail there. We are now 17 Twitch followers away from 1,000, so we're getting there. Over to you, Ludwig.
All right, thank you. So, but flight cases can be of any size, and I'm not sure how tall that person is. I just got it from Google Images, but you can of course make it to the full 2 meters height without any issues. All right, so the next step is like what my suggestion is, and I know you, Martin.
Sorry, Hannes, can you remove the graphic so we can see
is ready.
the beautiful photos? Thank you.
So, but I know that. Well, I know that there's one thing.
A little bit of criticism coming here.
No. It's the other way around. I'm saying that these are just suggestions. It's not. But I know that there's 100 ways to skin a mouse, So take this for what it is. It might be written in. You have to do it like that. But I know you will never do that anyway.
Okay.
Well, basically, I'm thinking we should build it out of Lego instead. No. But keep it modular, and I think that adding the max sizes into the master part module of how big a part can be might be actually good to have it already there to when you place things to know, okay, this might need to be sub-assembled in order for it to fit somewhere.
So what you're suggesting is basically, I think I have an unnamed part here. If we go over here, so do you mean
add cubes in here of like the largest size that we can ship?
Yeah. I had one on your, but it's actually not here. I wanted to show that. Okay, it's not here. So to just add, okay, yeah, for them to be within when they're disassembled.
Exactly.
Or perhaps it actually makes more sense to put them into the sub-assemblies.
Yeah.
Or
but that's the thing. Like depending on how big the pieces are, it might want to have different. Like you might need to have it in different sub-assemblies.
Yeah. This one is definitely. I'm thinking the lower is going to be one. And this is going to be one, and this is going to be a third. So probably in a while it would make sense to actually have another, to keep the CAD structured in how they're going to be transported.
Exactly. So if we continue here, like so basically keep the modularity part when adding the parts, but also use a sub-assembly for each module that should be packed, because that also means that it's going to be a lot easier for us to build support for this part later, like to build the flight cases for this, that we can focus on, okay, this is the part, and this is how it needs to be supported during flights.
I like that you say we, Ludwig. You made it our problem all of a sudden.
Yes, I mean...
love that.
We as the community and you.
Fantastic.
Well, and then contemplate the interfaces. In other words, where should the parts be split in order to keep it as simple as possible? And also, if at all possible, if it's between 50 and 100 kilos, it's manageable by hand, by people to lift things. More than that,
we can bump it up to
Yeah, okay.
200.
Okay, wait.
If Hannes is with us,
We're gonna go to that camera now.
Yeah. I think I can handle a bit more, right? Let's see if the guns are... yeah, I think so, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Back to Ludwig.
This is the part where I don't say we when it comes to lifting things. All right, so when it comes to the interfaces, basically, I mean, this is going to be an extremely difficult machine to build and build it. So, I mean, to have these constraints that you need for latency and like to keep the music tight. So basically, it's you're trying to build an enormous, large machine that needs to keep extreme small tolerances.
Yep.
And that is basically impossible to do normally when you work with wood, because wood moves. So that is also something to keep in mind, that when you attach these modules to each other, it needs to be in a way that they basically lock together in the orientation, in the way that they need to be.
Same way every time.
Yeah. So my suggestion here is to basically build each module on a sturdy frame so that they don't move, and then put that module on an even sturdier frame.
So I've been seeing it like that, but perhaps what if each module is a sturdy frame already? So we don't need that even bigger weight low.
Well, I mean, I think that the idea to have a sturdy frame and add other modules is so that they don't shift, like with one small shift in anywhere.
So it's
it will
propagate through the machine. Yeah, okay, yeah. So like a master positioner thing.
Exactly.
Macavage thingy-jig. Okay,
Good one.
And then, of course, having a sturdy frame doesn't mean that it has to not be like the frame itself can be modular if it doesn't fit the constraints. So you can still have a sturdy frame that fits the whole machine, but then we need to make the frame in sections. And then continuing, divide the parts where exactness is necessity is least important. Basically, you don't want to have parts that where, because I think that different parts will need different tolerances. So don't add division where it's difficult to do that.
Good point.
And then locator pins where you don't need to fasten things, but basically add extra locator pins wherever possible.
I think a good practice there is locator pins fixes the position, and fasteners keeps them together.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then the fasteners can have big through holes and just clamp two sides together, and the locator pins make sure it's not sliding.
Yeah. And,
quick update. We're 7 followers away from 1,000. 7 followers away from the epic glasses. Come on now, people.
So if we're gonna reach 1,000, I'll wear my 1,000 Twitch follower special made glasses that I made only for this occasion. We're super happy to be on a new platform. I think Ludwig is a Twitch person, actually, kind of.
I work more with Twitch than YouTube.
Yeah.
But I do like to be able to rewind and look at in my own tempo. So I'm professionally Twitch, leisurely YouTube.
Yep.
Let's say.
Which is nice to have you here for this momentous occasion.
Absolutely. I actually had a talk today with some people at Twitch in the Australia region that want to make more content here for some reason. But it's going to be awesome.
Nice.
But how about we sweeten the deal and you create a 30-second improvisation song when we hit
I can make an improvisation song.
Glasses and song. Let's go.
Glasses and song is on. Is on.
All right. So flight cases, the way they work in order to make things fit together in a like sub-millimeter way is that they use these type of lids that interconnect with each other. So then you have like a metal small frame that doesn't move, and when it locks together, it locks together. And then of course you use these butterfly hooks in order to keep them tight together. So on the places where, I mean, I also know that the looks of the machine is going to be super important. So I think that hiding things like this where it isn't seen as much might be a good way of ensuring that you both have the looks and the and the part interfaces working together.
Yep.
And then when it comes to like the modules itself, to consider mounting points, and also how if a part is very have a very weird weight distribution, that you might need to add other mounting points just to be able to keep it upright when lifting it into place. Because I do believe that even with Hannah's help, this is probably going to need some kind of lifter, some kind of truck in order to get all the pieces together.
Okay, I will admit.
It's a pretty fun thing. I think we should, when you're done with the presentation, I think we should go back and actually create some constraints from all of these. I think we can go back. Let me just add one right now, and that is like, I think I had it before, but on the system level, we need X. The machine shall need X persons for disassembly. The machine shall need X persons for carrying to track. It's bad English, but you see what I mean.
Yeah.
The machine shall need X persons for assembly, because like I got a little inspired, Ludwig, to. It would be nice, even though I think I will have like a whole logistics company helping me with this. It would also be, if it's possible, to make it so that a scrappy team of 3 healthy people can actually get the machine onto some strange party location and play it there. It's kind of fun as well.
Yeah,
to not only be like, sometimes I think like to only play like arenas. Boo-hoo, what a horrible life.
That gets boring quick, you know.
but I mean, 3 healthy people can do a lot. I mean, we are 3 people at the production company that we have here at Kruxto Studios, and we managed to get a lot of things done with 3 scrappy people. So
exactly. So I was thinking like perhaps there will be like finances to put 8 here with forklifts and a big truck. Great, that's going to be fast and completely effortless, but perhaps it will be really fun to have 3.
And I think that's absolutely doable. You need 2 people to lift and 1 person to position and make sure that it gets where it's supposed to go.
Otherwise, we can just ask the 997 Twitch followers if they can lift it. We're only 3 away now. Let's go, people. Ow! Over to you, Ludwig.
So mounting points for lifting, and then label everything, of course, not only with masking tape.
Okay.
And then a checklist for packing, as well as laminated photos inside the case for how the case should be packed when lifted. This is something that is actually more important than you think, because there's so many times where you stand with the part and it's going down into a case and you have no idea how it's supposed to be rotated, and even if you fit that part, which accessories and other things goes into the case as well. So this is just some extra things that I threw in there, but of course not really a design requirement, but something food for thought. All right, and then also. And this might actually be one of the more important things. If we build flight cases for the parts, we also need to make sure that we calculate the added padding and the width of the flight case, or the thickness of the material, which is for sturdy flight cases about 9 millimeters. So basically, you want to at least have 3 centimeters around for packing to make sure that it doesn't scratch and doesn't move too much.
Yep.
So to boil it down, my suggestion is to make the tallest part 197 or 194 centimeters tall. To be able to, and then about 74 centimeters wide.
Ding, 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 ding. I hate to interrupt you, good folks, but we reached 1,000, okay? I think Woodsticks was the 1,000th follower on Twitch. We did it. On with the glasses, Martin.
Is it already now, or should?
Yes,
or after
it is
the
now.
transportation?
Put them on. We promised it. We promised the audience. Let's go.
We did it, everyone. Thank you. Now we love being on Twitch. I don't know what's a song to play though for the 1,000 Twitch
It must be
subscribers.
some kind of celebratory, like
Separation,
celebration, or like a fanfare. What was it called?
like a fanfare. I feel in my body. I want to see the conclusion of Ludwig's presentation first. So I'm going to wait for that.
You override the audience. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, just because we had 1,000 followers, I'm also going to bring you into my next part.
Can I just ask you? You
Yeah.
said some centimeters,
exactly.
but it
So,
wasn't on the.
No, I realized I probably managed to scratch that, but I have them in my head.
Should I write them
Yes,
down?
let's write them down.
So we're just going to go here. It's much harder now for me to push the correct button here. You said
All right, so
Ludwig's proposal.
Yeah.
Ludwig's proposal. For flight cases.
yeah,
or modules.
for parts to be put in flight cases.
My spelling's gonna be worse than previous. Okay.
So the max part size would be 74 centimeters wide.
Yeah.
And then 194 centimeters tall.
To get on those pallets,
Yeah.
air freight thing.
Well, to get it through doors when they are on caster wheels. Because even if you don't use pallets, the flight case will still have wheels to roll them around, and they are about the same size as a pallet. So
this is really would be amazing. I feel this is gonna be really really difficult.
the length
Length.
can be up to one. Well, my suggestion is, if it's possible, to keep it within 1.2 meters. It would be great. But the length can usually be at least 1.8 meters.
Yeah, for the extra pallets.
Yeah.
And turning around and stuff in tight corridors and stuff.
I mean, there are some elevators and other things that are basically made for pallet size, but you still have the pallet truck or like the forklift, or what's it called, pallet lift, that you don't need if you have a case.
Very interesting, but it would feel like we need to like cut the whole machine in slices, and like the gear, like what I'm planning for down here. It's really tricky to fit in, but perhaps then the whole engine section here should be like in 74 centimeter slices.
Mm-hmm.
And the vibraphone then can be 74 centimeter this way, 74 centimeter this way. This one is tricky.
I mean, usually, logistically, if a part is smaller in the other dimensions, it can usually be longer, and like it's usually possible to manage it. It's usually when it's both wide and tall and long together that it gets really difficult. So then
we have to slice the programming wheel in 74 centimeter slices.
Well, speaking of programming wheel.
Okay, wait. We go back here, and I'll switch to Ludwig. Yeah.
So I added this. The idea of a non-cylindrical programming wheel.
Oh yeah.
Which some eagle-eyed viewers might recognize this little toy that I built for Martin.
Finger Mac jig. We go to the full plus Hannes. Now we go full because that's in the
yes.
So this is actually the idea of having a 2-point programming wheel where instead of having a round wheel, you would have a straight segment with the programming parts on here. And my suggestion right now is actually not to have a 2-point, and I haven't really built or printed one out. But if you go back to the presentation, it's to have a 3-point programming wheel.
Oh.
So then you ask why. And apparently my animations, so this is the last slide I did. So I completely forgot about the animations. But I think that, first of all, to have flat segments makes it very easy for you to manufacture the songs on the CNC that we have in the wood warehouse. It's going to be very easy to cut and to make the different songs. It's also going to be easy to make a version where you can play songs with, like, similar to your first machine where you used the Lego blips. You can have one set of machine where you can just play around with the music and fit it, and then when you're happy, we CNC it out to a sheet.
Very interesting that you. So you mean I can program on the machine itself?
Yeah, like you have one version with like that is dynamic, so that you can like make the music on it, and then when you're happy with it, we just print that, or we CNC cut out that as a finished sheet. The other idea, like when you store it, it would be you can store it flat, so it's a lot easier to move it around than to have the round wheels. And then changing song would basically be like changing a chain on a bicycle. You would just hang on the new song, it rolls up on the machine, and then and then you tie it together, and then so one chain would be one song, which would makes it probably a lot easier and quicker to change songs. Then you could actually be 2 or 3 people to do it, and probably quicker as well. And then having the wheels mounted the way it was on the last picture, I think that we would get more space for the instruments and the mechanics underneath it, because you have a slightly smaller wheel, programming wheel. And then it could also, if you have it in an angle, you could also have it so that you can see the scores coming, so the audience will actually see the music easier from that angle. And yeah, you could also make it possible to have different length of songs by increasing the distance. If you had like a dynamic or like a telescopic something way to have the distance increase or decrease between the wheels, you could have different length songs. And also, of course, smaller wheels would make it easier to pack.
Nice.
So that's just my own little fever dream of a design idea.
Everyone, big up for Ludwig for getting with the real presentations here.
Wow.
I think we have. How long can we keep you for?
I was gonna go get a haircut. I haven't gotten a haircut since I shaved my head on stream, because we reached 1 million Swedish crowns in December. So my hair has grown every direction at the same time. So I kind of look like some kind of troll. But other than that, I'm all yours.
Good. So I think we have 3 things to do. I need to play the Twitch celebratory song because I don't see anything in the glasses. Get that off. Then I want to go through Ludwig's presentation again, adding. Actually going to the CAD document to add some stuff, and then perhaps at the end, or if we should start with that, I want to discuss this programming wheel idea. So I need to play something. I only know how to play sad waltzes.
It's okay today, but can you? I tried to find something upbeat.
Oh, you want upbeat?
Yeah, come on, some upbeat. We're celebrating here.
Twitch, 1,000 subscribers, followers. Thank you.
That was worth it. That was worth it, wasn't it, Twitch followers?
Okay.
Good job, Martin.
Thank you. Good job, Hannes. What's chat saying about Ludwig's presentation?
I don't care about that right now. The only thing I care about right now is that we got a lovely donation from Martin that says design ID into each part so it's get machined into.
That is also a really good idea that I'm really bad at doing myself. But yeah, when it comes to something like this, to have all the parts written with a number, like a part number and potentially a serial number, is a really good thing to have.
I'm going to ID on each part. I'm just going to add it here to the document on the intro page. ID on each part is machined in from start.
Awesome. And a true Twitch, he's been here since the beginning. Florio
Nice.
says, congratulations on 1,000 Twitch followers. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And like someone says here, Smoking Flowers. Sometimes it's easy to forget that Martin, besides being an engineer, is a great musician. So, blowing some smoke up your ass, Martin. You're welcome.
Psychophantically. I love it.
Let's get to work.
So, I think people are on needles with the programming wheel discussion. So let's turn it around. Let's go there. So let's get your beautiful model here, and perhaps this camera. And this is an idea that is used on a lot of mechanical instruments through the history of music instruments. So organs, all the big organs on Spelklok Museum in Utrecht are using these punch card books. And they have, because you talked about different lengths, and what you really could do is that you could have a reservoir of folding cards underneath, and somehow a system that lifts them and spits them out. Then you don't even have the dynamic length between the wheels.
No, exactly.
Because then it's just the length of the loop of the books.
The question is how easy it is to get it to loop but maybe that's not a issue, like so that they can actually pull the one at the bottom.
Yeah, because I'm coming to that, because that's going to be some of my concerns regarding this method. So on those, and also like this whole punching program is coming also from the weaving industry, the weaving machines, with what were they called, the people who were anti the weaving machines. It's kind of cultural, historical, interesting word.
It's not the Luddites.
The Luddites, exactly.
Yeah,
the Luddites.
Considering my name is Ludwig and I love technology, the Luddites, like, I don't really like that part of history.
Because I think like when the weaving machine came, people thought that everyone was going to get out of work, so there were like activists like destroying the weaving machines, breaking them, just like how people feel about large language models today and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting. So I've been to a weaving factory and seeing these kinds of machines, and I think your suggestion is great, Ludwig, in many regards. Like you already listed all the pros here. We can go to this screen. But let's take them.
So I think that for many, I mean, first of all, I really get that the marble machine look that you have in the first machine and the MMX is very cemented into people's minds when it comes to like what the marble machine should look like.
Yes.
So this idea is to not remove that part. You would still have a programming wheel. It's just not round. And I still think, so that is, I mean, otherwise I wouldn't have really brought it up as an idea. I think, and this machine wouldn't work because there's no space for anything for the mechanics and stuff like that. So that's why I think that it could probably be made to look like the marble machine, even though it has flat surfaces, which is the main goal, I think. Building a design like this is that it's going to make the manufacturing a lot easier and transportation as well.
So a couple of like design things. You could probably like solve it, because you can read the programs here on the flat. So in the gap between these plates.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you make it longer here, you can absolutely make them go so they are tied together.
So they're tied together, and then a pin can be absolutely wherever. My second concern is a little bit of precision. How to get this? I think like the round, because the way I'm thinking of making the round. I have my old model here somewhere. Is it? Yeah. So this is my old round thing, and so Ludwig has this idea here of changing songs. It's like changing chain on a bicycle, and we go there, and that's the same idea I have for the round one. So here's a chain, but I'm not decided like that it needs to be round. But so changing songs is the same. It's a chain on both of them. But then I was thinking like if we need, say that the programming pins that we're going to machine need to be 5 centimeters tall, how would you then manufacture these? Because then you can't just remove the other material. You have to kind of add some discs that are...
Yeah, I mean, one way is just to make pins so that you, like on the pieces that are taller.
Pins?
Like where you put in like extra parts.
Like on the MMX?
Because we do have these programming profiles.
Yeah.
You know,
and is the 5 centimeters, is that
it's not something something I made up now,
because
I think that's a little bit too big actually.
Yeah, I think like in my mind I mean it of course depends on how exact you can make the differences, like how fine detail you need on it, or like how you can pick up, but yeah, that might be definitely something to look into. My idea was to run it on like between 20. Your normal plywood thickness is usually around 22 thickness when it comes to most things that you make on the machine, right? So if you dig into that, as it also it depends on how long notes are, so it doesn't get too weak and break. But that is something that I have not thought of myself.
I think
and
making the plates is not so straightforward, because they turn out, what you have here is, and perhaps you could make it on this one too, is that you have a supporting structure that is not changed, that gives all the rigidity. And then you add just a tiny program, which is as tiny as possible. And the grooves here is holding this thin profile sideways and stuff like that. So the actual replaceable thing isn't in charge of the rigidity of the construction, which makes them more lightweight. So you have all the rigidity on the wheel at all times, but probably you could do the same trick here.
Yeah,
somehow.
I mean, like what you could do is basically take that, the both idea that you program them sideways. Like you cut them out sideways and then stack them together to make
so these flat profiles are cut out sideways flat.
Yeah, but because that would also, like the big issue I have a little bit with this idea is that it usually takes a lot of material to do these round things.
A really, really good point. So here we could stack, if we made flat profiles here, we could stack them so neatly on the material and have like zero waste. So that's a big advantage with this design, because we have the profiles are straight. That's one of the things I like most with this so far, actually. So let's see on some of the other things on the list. Can make it easier to place instruments and other mechanics. I agree with that one. Makes it easier for audience to see the song being played. Maybe I agree with that one too. Possibly different lengths of songs. Yes. Smaller wheels. changing songs, stores flat, zigzag. My idea for this program is that it stores semi-flat.
Yeah.
It basically rolls up somehow, and you can make this better with the constraints. So it actually doesn't store flat at all, this one. But if you had more joints in here, it could become a little roll or something.
Absolutely. I mean, and that idea is quite similar to this, and I think that like compared to the old. The version 1 and version 2, I think this is the best idea so far between those two. So this is taking that idea and pushing it a little bit further, basically.
I wonder if you could have on your idea, this solid structure. So we just add a clothing kind of. So it's kind of. Because now, when you look at this model, it's a very nice model, by the way. Ludwig is so fast with like CADing these and printing these.
It was actually a lot more difficult than I thought, and
okay.
It actually gave me a lot more respect for the things, the project that you're undertaking. That even making a little toy model like this. I required quite a few prints to make it work. So
that's good to hear.
So it's it was humbling to make these.
Okay, but I think like somehow if the rigidity comes from something else, I'm just riffing here. Yeah. Maybe there's like metal. Because I'm taking that idea from this. Maybe there's some metal bars that goes across because. Mm-hmm. But then it's also going to be like how wide it's going to be. And of course, your idea is very good because we could ship this whole thing through 80-centimeter door.
I mean, if you had it like that, yeah, basically, yeah.
So, and that's, I think, it's the round programming wheel. It's food for thought. I don't know. What's anyone in chat has anything to say, Hannes, about the plate programming wheel?
Ludwig's prototype is really impressive.
Oh, thank you.
I also seen a lot of people like, there is still a use to the wheel. Yeah. It's like Ludwig said, it's hard to wrap your head around the whole new. But I also seen people also like, he comes with great points, Ludwig. He comes with great points.
Well, I mean, as long as, as I said before, I'm starting to know you, Martin, and that if there's, I also know that what you think is important is usually basically what the audience actually also wants to have. But it's also very interesting. I know that a lot of audience might have different ideas and thoughts, but you usually have quite a few really good ideas behind your decisions that sometimes people don't realize that for instance the thickness of the plate that I had completely missed. So it's really interesting to like you think you understand a project or something like this, and then you realize that there's so many more levels to everything.
Yeah, and that's a good segue into the levels. I haven't made up my mind. I'm design agnostic. I have a little bit of a feeling that there's actually a clamping mechanism in this one that opens and closes jaws here that locks the start and end point in place. I have this feeling if we can lathe this, of course, now I'm going to do them 2D. I have this feeling this is going to be more, the precision is going to be higher.
Might be.
More easily, just because of like, what do we place the plates on? What do we measure them to? Are there like, so I have some idea with that, but that's just my gut reaction.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, when I first had this idea, I had completely forgotten about this model, the chain, the round chain model. So I think that this would probably also be more akin to what people think the marble machine should look like.
I think this will use a lot of material.
Yes.
Lots and lots of material. If we're going for 200 channels, it's going to, every song is going to be like 4,000 parts. 2,000 parts.
Yeah. So that is like machining this. Like if we can make it so that it can do like play a note on a channel, like on a. If it wouldn't need anything, you just cut down the parts, the song tracks into the. That would make things a lot easier to manufacture, but probably quite more difficult to make the machine have that high resolution when it comes to reading the tracks.
I think most music instruments, mechanical music instruments through history uses the paper with holes in it, but it's because they use pneumatics, so it's letting air stream through. And then all the movement of old instruments is like they have this pocket belly, this little thing that fills with air and activates the drum. And it's not really tight because it's air. So it's like bing, ding, 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 ding. And so with paper holes for a paper or something like that to do a lot of mechanical work, I think it will get worn out over time and stuff like that. But that's another idea. And then we've been discussing this for a long time, Hannes, on the channel, that with that idea, with a paper idea, you can record 5 minutes of music, new melodies all the time, which is, that's great, isn't it? But it feels much more like a recording.
Yeah.
When I'm doing this, which is a loop, or this, I need to be a DJ. I need to write the songs in a cool way with dynamics, and then comes the melody back, but we're adding another instrument, and it gets cool like that. So thank you so much for doing this. I would love to get into the design, go back to your presentation and add some design requirements from your presentation, because your ideas here is really good. And
I have some quick comments from chat regarding the different aesthetics. DDGHD says, I think practical but not magical. Plates more complex from Pradrino Luca. Yeah, this idea is great from Julia. She really liked it. Programming punch cards.
Yep.
Might put more focus on the instruments from the Neom. And also love the practicality, not a fan of the aesthetic. So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Good ideas, but not completely sold yet.
No, I also want to add that this model that I made is just a practical idea and not. I didn't put basically any thoughts on aesthetics. It's just basically to illustrate another viewpoint, and then so this is far from complete idea.
Yeah. No, I think you can make it look cool, but the wheel has this giant music box. Every little small little tourist music boxes that
have
you
the
buy
wheel, I know.
Have the little wheel, have the little program, and the loop and circle of life. So it's hard to beat the circle in a way. But I'm not made up my mind, and I'm really happy for your. I get a lot of inspiration from your idea here, and I was talking about inspiration actually, because when Ludwig came with this presentation, I started to think like, these constraints that you are coming with, Ludwig, is actually inspiring. So we should go back from the beginning of your presentation and see what we should add.
Can Hannes give me some focus, and I can?
No, not yet. Soon. I need to focus myself first, because there I am. We had a crash here in the background, but it's all sorted now. I will give you focus, Ludwig. There you go.
All right.
So I wonder if I could split view this so we can have the presentation. Do we have to do autumn work live here perhaps? Do we have a split screen simply? We have the old split that has died. Something's wrong with the split scene. Because I would like to write and show people your presentation at the same time.
Ludwig is a genius.
The
on
NDI
this.
monitor,
Can
perhaps.
I put it up as an NDI source through OBS or something?
Oh yeah, that you
Add
can
as an overlay.
that you can
Yeah.
crop.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be a good solution.
Yeah, you can if you copy it from OBS to the overlay scene, it should work.
Let's see if I
Or
can work some magic.
actually, on the overlay scene, add a reference to another scene.
Reference to.
Or like
another
go
scene.
to add source and then scene.
Ludwig is in his wheelhouse here.
Scene.
There's nothing about OBS and Companion.
Should
and
I
Streamlit.
add the existing NDI full screen?
You add the presentation scene to the CG or the overlay scene. Yes.
If you add it full screen and then crop
Yeah.
it.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, perfect.
And then I can make it smaller, or do you want to crop it?
No, crop the right side of it.
Crop the right side
Because
of it.
most text, yeah, perfect. Most text was in the left
Yeah.
side. And then I can just make the A column bigger.
Wow, we're live DJing this.
Right. So is there any particular one that I mean? Because
yeah, go from the beginning.
then I
Perhaps Hannes, you can turn it down a little bit in size as well.
As soon as he's done scrolling.
Yeah. It's just for the audience to.
Are you done, Ludwig?
actually let me bring this full out. Okay, so this is the only page that is actually full.
Yeah, so we need less crop because the text, we want to see all text. So that and then bring it down a bit. Yeah, perfect.
There we go.
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
We really want the mobile viewers to really squint at their phones.
Yes. All right. So was this the start of your presentation? So talk about inspiring. Derek said this Saturday that design requirements can be freeing. And I know as a composer for the music, limitations of the machine is freeing because you get a canvas to paint your painting on. And now Ludwig is helping me here with the real world canvas that this machine is going to be painted on with these constraints. And something strange happened to me when Ludwig was talking. I was like, instead of, oh no, the door is only 80. Exciting. How can we get it through 80?
Yeah.
That becomes almost like, okay, maybe if we do like, it's of course much simpler to build this machine in one giant colossus, but then it's not going to be able to tour. So I felt a lot of inspiration actually, Ludwig. So let's jot down that inspiration. Getting it out from the studio. What do you say, Hannes and Ludwig? Should I be meticulous with putting them in correctly under all categories, or should I just do a sketch thing that we clean later? What is best for the stream now?
Sketch, then clean.
Okay, sketch then clean.
Yeah.
So we're going to I'm just going to write here. Sketch then clean. So first slide, studio ceiling. Let's put that. Studio ceiling is, I'm covered, sorry. Wait. What is happening? Studio ceiling 300
Centimeters, yeah.
We do millimeters. To the pillars.
To the beams, yeah.
Two beams.
And then about 3,200 to the ceiling. It's actually a little bit less because we have some extra soundproofing in the ceiling. So 115, I think, would be a more accurate. Yeah.
150?
Yeah.
Why am I still cropped? There we go. And then you have this 210 elevator door is 210 height.
Yeah.
Elevator door 210 millimeter height.
The cropping happens when you double click on the cell for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of me being zoomed in or something.
It's really weird. When you double click, it
Wow.
really shifts.
But if you press up there in the
Wait.
text edit field,
Whoa. Press up in the...
up there, above there. If you does that also reset it?
Perhaps I should just... This is stupid. If I minus this a bit. Sorry, everyone. But this is not possible to read. Okay, let's do it like this. Elevator door. Good. Okay, next.
And then you have to think about that whatever you use to actually move this is also going to have some height.
Yes.
So, and also like just lifting a pallet up needs about 2 centimeters extra height if you have it on a pallet.
Yeah.
Because the forklift needs to have some space to get underneath. So it is 210, but that is the absolute maximum, including all, either a pallet or casters underneath.
All lifting stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, next slide. Closing.
Let's see if I can have some focus.
Soon, my love. There we go.
Focus.
Yeah, so I don't know if a box truck is...
yeah, but the interesting thing is like to add what kind of transportation do we design for? That's interesting. Like box truck, and then we go through all your examples. What's the name of the next one?
Normal, like truck.
Truck.
Sometimes called a semi-trailer or semi-truck, but...
European semi-truck. And then we had...
after that, we have the
container.
Yeah.
Container C. And then aircraft.
Yeah.
Craft cargo.
And then, which is, all the aircraft cargo can, of course, take flight cases as well.
Pallets. It's just to remember for me to start working with this.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having issues with my document here. Pallets. Yeah, what was the next thing?
I think that was about it when it comes... No, flight cases.
Yeah. Flight cases. Okay. And then the next thing...
the next thing is basically my ideas for helping to make it more modular, but these are the ideas for the flight. So I'd say that flight cases should use the sizes needed, well, the standard sizes from, for instance, pallets and other things, to make sure that if you can move a pallet, you should be able to move a flight case that is that size.
Wait, I stay within pallet sizes because standardization. That's really smart.
So and then weight limitations, if at all possible, to keep it so that it's manageable for whatever people needed to put it up, but otherwise to make sure that you design it for lifting things into place.
For 3, I'm just like doing a dream.
Yeah.
Like, can we be 3? Can we be scrappy? Can it be a nice small crew that just works hard and having fun, and it's not like this huge machine to actually play a concert? It would be pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. And I mean, if you make the parts or like the modules small enough,
yeah.
then of course it's possible. But then also it becomes more parts to put together.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking giant modules, so it's going to be a discussion.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's the next slide? Build it in Lego. Oh yeah, here.
Oh, sorry.
Add max sizes into CAD, and also the idea with divide sub-assemblies like the modules they travel in. I did that for Machine X. Use sub-assembly for each model. That's the same. Keep modularity in mind when adding parts. Yeah. Modular is a very high level system functional constraint to design the machine to be modular. Interfaces, so like perf constraint is like how accurate the assembly always becomes. Blah, blah, blah.
Or how accurate the interfaces between the assembly, or
the interfaces / assembly. Yes, that's a performance constraint, I think, and not a functional constraint. Build each model on a sturdy frame. All these modules to a bigger, sturdier frame or modular frame. I'm using that as a design requirement term. May have multiple frame or one master frame that doesn't slide. I know myself what I mean with that. It's Ludwig's great point that if we put it like a brick wall, the wall can start to lean if we put each brick a little bit off axis.
Exactly.
But if we have like a master frame that everything glues onto, we don't have that sliding stuff. Okay, what was the next one? I like that one. So this is more making notes. Module divisions where exactness is least important. And I've been thinking like that already. I'm just going to show my cat here that like you would not want a gear pair to be in separate modules.
No.
These two meshing gears should always be in the same module, and then eventually you have to bite the bullet and perhaps these two are in separate modules. I mean,
I think that most gearboxes in cars have gears that interconnect, so I think it is possible to have that you lift things into gear positions, but it needs to be quite large gears, and it needs to be and I guess also that is where the double helix comes into play, where it actually automatically aligns with different.
It only automatically aligns if like the axis, if everything allows it to. So if we build a really rigid thing, the gear is really rigid, it's not going to align. So I've been thinking like a few of these gears. It might make so much sense to just buy commercial gears. Calm down now, chat. Don't applaud too much. But I'm thinking like all of these doesn't have to be theatrical plywood gears. Perhaps these two are much smaller, compact commercial gears in metal.
I also think that in general, I think it's a good idea to design it so like the parts that are visible and like that the audience sees without cameras, of course. The idea is to have also cameras within the machine so we can get, but some of these gear doesn't have to be like nobody will know if they are more modern and
I think also like the time I want to do this machine a little historically accurate. And I think I'm slowly like, it's not gonna be the Renaissance. I think it's going to be more industrial revolution.
I mean, as I said sometimes before, is that if Da Vinci was alive today, he'd use all the tools he'd have in his disposal.
Ludwig knows how to get to manipulate me.
Off-the-shelf gears for the win. Yes, off-the-shelf means you can purchase replacements if something breaks or goes missing while on tour.
Yeah.
David Higgins and Astro, haha, was here. And also, we got a generous donation from Kayak Vet that says, like Jan's idea, turn the conveyor belt on its side and the programming wheel is maintained. The belt is perpendicular to the stage.
The belt is, so just having it like this, this way. Huh. Turn the conveyor belt.
Or like this?
I didn't understand really.
No.
Yeah, and someone named John had an idea. Perhaps it was Jan Smee. How about combining a programming wheel and a caterpillar-style belt performed section?
Preformed
section.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that
they have been discussing this back and forth. I see here.
you need a caterpillar-style programming conveyor belt anyway. Will be easy to change programming wheel or programming chain. Yeah, it's kind of a combination of Ludwig's idea with my classical programming wheel, right? That could be done.
I guess so. It could be also a new viewer that had this idea without knowing that we were talking about this.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't know.
true. But regards to the off-the-shelf parts, this 400 kilo Higgins drive weight, I'm not going to make this pulley out of plywood. It's going to be a metal plywood, a metal pulley with a metal chain that is made for each other. It's going to be a lot of off-the-shelf parts in here. So some of these gears are going to be purchased parts. I think, honestly, a lot of them. That's why I'm kind of fighting. As long as I get this one and perhaps this one, and perhaps this
one,
this flywheel, and then these 5 and these 10, then I'm happy. No, but I'm going to use off-the-shelf parts, absolutely. Okay, back to the presentation. Locator pins is brilliant. Locator pins.
Low-fader pins.
Low-fader oins. Locator pins for precise assembly. And then it's not. What is the Japanese car industry? Poco loco, monopoco. Do you know the term? It's this design philosophy where a worker in the factory is not able to attach the part to the car in the wrong way. So let's say if you have a clicking part that looks symmetrical, it's actually not symmetrical in the clicks.
Yeah.
Because if the worker turns it around, it won't go in.
Yeah.
So I think it loco. Can someone in chat? This Japanese, they got famous in the 80s for these manufacturing techniques. Use Poco Loco
or Loco Roco. That's what I'm thinking about. It's like a good game.
Poco Loco, like method to make sure no assemblies can go together the wrong way.
Yeah, can't fit together the wrong way.
No, the wrong way. Monopano. I'm annoyed now. Can chat help me?
Yeah, they will get there. You just have to give them some time. We have some delay here, you know.
What? Can't we turn? Is the delay programmed in?
I think so.
But can we turn it off?
So streaming in 4K means that we need to have it in normal settings, which means that YouTube have about a 30-second delay.
Okay.
And that you can turn it off, but not with 4K streaming.
Okay. I'd rather have my pixels than the fast interaction. Okay.
Someone said here, Polejoke.
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Pokejoke.
Pokejoke.
Pokajoke.
I think I get pretty close with my Poco Loco. Pokajoke. I think, and can chat confirm the heart of that method is this, that it can't go together in the wrong way, or am I hallucinating? while you think of that, use flight case lids. Perhaps not just flight case lids, but locating stuff.
Yeah, like look at different methods that they use for like that already has solved the problem of making things exact, even in using unexact materials.
Flight case lids are pushed into exactly correct location. Take inspiration. Sorry for my bad spelling. It's okay. Okay, next slide.
Let's see if I can have the focus back.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So these are, and then like butterfly. If you can hide them, they are great ways of locking things together without having to use fasteners. And
it feels hacky. Butterfly handles instead of fasteners, but it could be. It could be like when you take the program of the programming wheel on and off; those are perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it's of course only where it makes sense to use these things, and where you have like, space.
Of course. Modules. Consider mounting points. Mounting points for lifting parts, really good. Lifting parts modules.
And or if you like beer mounting pints.
That's funny.
And then, of course, I think the other ones are basically self-explanatory, and should not really be part of this. But but label everything, I think, works well with the other part where like everything should be ID'd, like mechanically, manufactured with the ID printed into.
Why I love this is that this takes me in my imagination to the tour.
Yeah.
And it feels like a little bit like manifestation, like if I think about reaching something, I will reach it.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot of the things that like usually when I come up with things like this, or like when as a consultant I work on a project, it's the ability to really imagine everything, and also imagine everything that can go wrong with doing the thing is but it really helps you get excited about the project.
Yeah Fantastic. So
you know what else is fantastic, Martin? This lovely donation from from RCK7044. Howdy, Martin. I have a question. Will the programming wheel rotate in order to produce longer music like the machines from the Mechanical Museum? As I always say, never give up. You got this.
Fantastic. Thank you, RZK. And I think what RZK it means slide to the side. Is that because a really, really, really cool thing of music boxes is that they don't have a single loop of music, but while the program is turning, let me go to this camera, the cylinder is shifting sideways, and the programming pins is like under 1 millimeter nails, so it's shifting sideways, which means that 7, 8, 9, 10 revolutions is the full song. By the end of the song, they go back to the beginning. And I think I know Lucas has been on to me about this. So you know what, RZK, I've been throwing that idea out but now you throw it in.
Put it in a sketch somewhere.
Yeah, it's here now. Sideways shifting. So here's a fun mechanical problem, Ludwig. How could we reset that? So the programming tracks goes in a spiral around the wheel, and then let's say 2 loops is the full program. How do we then How do we get the wheel back at the very end? Perhaps we always have, by the end of that loop, we have very little music. So we go like some. And now... Shunk.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So because I think when it's shifting back, we can't do program while it's moving back.
No, I mean, if you hit the note while doing the sideways, that will probably break the system.
Stuff, yeah.
But I don't think that you need to have that much of a... I think that you can make this quite quick. It doesn't have to be more than like a half note pause or something.
It's going to be a huge thing, shifting a 2-meter wheel.
No, but you don't shift the wheel. You might... I mean, if the idea is to use bound cables...
You shift the readers.
Yeah.
Wait. Are the readers slowly sliding?
No, I think that it's better to have them be able to jump back. I mean,
but then you have the reader sliding during the song, and not the whole wheel. So the wheel is
exactly. But the thing is, if you have it spiraling, it's much more difficult to bring it back. So I think it's better to have
spiraling.
If you have the track spiraling, I think it's better to have distinctive tracks for that you can switch back and forth for what the music does. So that if you have the reader jump between two positions and tracks that are very close to each other on the programming wheel, but of course it also...
Wait, I didn't follow that.
So if you have if each track on the programming wheel have two versions next to each other.
Yeah, which is what we did. Let me just get some visuals. Here, that's what we did last. We have A and we have B. Is that what you mean? Green and red?
Well, in this case, you would have all of the tracks, but only the green readers, and then the green then switch to either play the red one or the green one.
Yeah. I'm not following with the spiral.
No, but basically, if you have it spiraling so that it automatically goes to the next track, like a screw.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be, but maybe that was never what you were into at all. Like that, your idea from the beginning. But if you did that, you could basically have it as a LP.
Yeah, that's how the music boxes work. The
So
cylinder is shifting. It's a spiral.
automatic. Yeah, but if you have them round, but you can jump between the two tracks.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. So that's actually in the Let's go for the high level stuff here. I think it's here. The operator, there shall be 4 separate music programs: A, B, A plus B, and off.
Okay.
So jumping between the tracks is A and B. But then we can have twice the length.
But I must admit I didn't watch the show this morning or the end of
what?
I know.
What are you doing?
what am I doing with my life? I know. But one idea I had when we were talking about the dampening is if it would be possible to have like one track, like one pickup that is doing dampening only, and one that is playing the notes.
That would be best. We are spiraling out of control with the number of tracks.
Exactly, and that's also where I was, because right now the idea is to have two tracks per note, right?
Yeah.
And my idea with the on-off mechanical toggle that you did, that like when you push a button, it either goes in or if you were to do that every other time, so that you have two droppers on using one channel, so it alternates between the two. Would that solve the issue with the reloading times?
This is hard to. We need visuals for this.
Yeah, this is difficult. We got a donation from our friend Martin that said spring plus latch for reset for the whole I guess, for the reset of the
wheel.
Yeah, of the wheel.
I think that's how they work, the real machines.
Thank you so much for the donation.
Yeah, thank you, Martin.
Both of you, great questions.
And
but we need to get back on topic now, guys.
Yeah. So thank you, Hannes. RZK who asked this, I think the answer is no. I don't think the wheel will spiral, because I need to take the less ambitious road sometimes to get to these flight cases that Ludwig has been showing us.
But it is a really cool thing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so topic for this stream is the constraints of the transportation. Did we have more slides from you, Ludwig?
I think that was basically it. I mean, it doesn't have to be that complicated. So I mean, as long as I think the biggest issue will be to actually have that also like in consideration when you're designing, like which subassembly should this go to, or should it be its own one, and also how can we lift this out and put it somewhere without everything is falling into pieces.
I think you're onto something here. Okay, I need some more rows. Like to get into the mindset of designing for this. Start designing for modularity kind of early.
Yeah.
But we are very early.
Not yet, but
yeah.
Good to have this in the back of our minds, at least.
But I think that like, when you get to the step where you know where you have everything that you want to have in the machine, and basically, okay, now we will start to actually make it into functional parts.
Yeah,
that is when you should start. Okay, how can I organize these things?
But I also think like when writing the design requirements, this is not too early to have this discussion, because in the design requirements, I want to go on a world tour. Like the machine shall travel for a world tour. Yeah, is a pretty nice design requirement, and that says like, okay, so then immediately gives rise to these constraints. So how do we do that? Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much, Ludwig. Ludwig is always helping. So MVP right here. Thank you so much for all your help, Ludwig.
Oh, thank you.
Always like staying up late and never says no. If you mention a problem for Ludwig, he's trying to solve it without you asking him to.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm here. That's why I built this. You didn't ask me for that.
But so it was really fun. Like when I came to Stockholm, and I was like, I've been switching studios so many times, and then I asked in a YouTube video, like if someone has a studio to rent out in Stockholm, and I had quite a lot of spreadsheet replies, and Ludwig's one was the favorite already when I saw the first and I was like, oh, this sounds really, really good. And I ended up here. So I'm very happy for that.
We're very happy to have you.
It's been an amazing, like platform. My whole life is a good platform now with my family and with being here in the studio. And Ludwig fixed the smoke yesterday. I don't feel any smoke today.
Good.
So I think
you killed them, right?
Yeah,
yes.
I stormed out of stream. So yeah, Ludwig is going to be an MVP. Ludwig is also already using the CNC machine much more than me. So we're going to see more of Ludwig on the channel when we get into fabrication and stuff. So yeah.
Well, very nice being here. Thank you. And I hope at least the ideas for the freight things will be useful.
I think a lot of people in the audience really applaud you being here and racing, because I see in the chat that other people, you're not thinking about how you should transport this, Martin. So this is a good way of starting to think about it, have it in the back of our mind. We can still dream a bit, but having it in our mind is important.
I mean,
it was a good introduction and a very well thought out presentation, Ludwig. That was amazing.
Well, thank you. I mean, personally, I wouldn't mind if you build a machine so big that you can't get it out from the studio, because then it would be here forever. But yeah, I also want to see the world tour.
Yeah, Now we it feels closer now than ever.
And Florio says, have a nice haircut.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you, Hannes, as well.
Of course, always a joy talking to you, my friend.
Really good focus today. Yes.
Great.
Awesome.
Now we're back to just the two of us. Feels very intimate all of a sudden.
Yeah. Good riddance.
It was
See you
awesome.
later, Ludwig. I'm wondering if I should relax a bit by solving a grouping issue in my spreadsheet here.
Yeah.
Because these groups should be one group. And I learned yesterday, I think, is it only this one then, this group? Option shift left arrow. Oof. 8 and 9, option shift left arrow. But then now, if I try to, what is this group? This group is strange. Perhaps this is the problematic group. These groups are good. What is this group? Is this made? I'm gonna try something here. This is a little horrible once you. Is this a double group? Let me see what happens here if I take. Okay, we're starting to get control here. So we're gonna take this off. And now I'm gonna group this. Yes. Nice. It's the double groups that are problem. So if I do vibraphone requirements, I should be able to throw all this in one group later. Off. Okay. It's fixed.
Fantastic. Good job.
All right. So
how is your head?
It's
mind blown.
It's swimming around, but it was. I mean, Ludwig reminded us like that what this can become.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to. Just have to learn to go the simple and the route that the world will accept, and I don't mean people's opinions. I mean the laws of physics and also perhaps the transportation systems. No, it feels good.
Yeah, I have 2 comments here. One from DDGDH. Please recap all the things you learned this afternoon. And then it's also followed by a really good one from Fyodorowitz. Relaxing through solving grouping issues in a spreadsheet. I'm dying.
I know it's relatable for this crowd.
So is there a chance to just recap a little bit of Ludwig's presentation? Keep it the gist of it, the most important stuff.
I think it's a very good idea to recap where we are with the whole vibraphone design requirements. I say all the time, where we are with the whole design requirements, and perhaps next steps to do, which will also include what Ludwig's things. Here's a note, sketch notes. I'm gonna call this section here.
Nice.
So a little recap of what we did this morning. We made this index and it's hoverable and you can navigate with one click.
That's your favorite function of it. I love it.
Yes. I also gathered my old design requirements. I gathered notes from that using an LLM. So all the italics here is actually LLM introduced text that comes from my old design requirements. And Hal, who has been a little bit critical of this formal way of writing design requirements at this part of the project, actually said that Hal preferred the old document. So I think, and that's, I think, starts my to-do list here, next steps. I'm gonna do a next steps. I don't know if this is in order, but we need to have a real sit-down with that design. We need to clean up.
We need to verify the AI.
Yeah, we need to redo the AI's work here. clean up all notes, including the notes from Ludwig's presentation. And clean up means sort and create.
And also understand.
Yes, internalize.
Yeah.
Understand, internalize. So that our document is like, we don't have sketch notes, but we have design requirements. So that could be quite relaxing. If we don't try to speed, we just have to be patient here. But then I want to go to the old DR doc and import the epic user stories. And epic is actually a term. Epic user stories. It's a kind of a user story. So it's not me using language here. It's actually the style of user stories, because I think there's a lot of value there. Go epic user stories and double check that everything is caught. I think once we've done that, I think we're like very, very, then it's like I have ever, then it's actually really, really good. I would say that would, V1 would then be finished, I would say.
Yeah, I have some comments here from Wintergatan that says, please remember that higher level design requirements give rise to the actual features of the machine and their requirements.
100%.
Define high level requirements first so you don't look at individual details of the programming wheel versus chain too much before knowing what requirements they must fulfill.
Can you, it's such a great lesson. Can you paste that into CAD? Oh, you can't, right? Into WhatsApp, I mean.
I can try to find it through the actual chat here.
Because I'm actually this lesson here is a really good one. I'm going to go and get that video that I've been showing that says the same thing that you just said, Wintergatan.
There we go. You got them in your WhatsApp.
Oh, we're live. First time I see the stream on live here. We have MATLAB Systems Engineering. MATLAB part 3.
And then he says, don't paste my spelling errors. I'm typing while eating an apple. Multitasking.
This is...
Oh, sorry for that. Christopher Karlsson. Is this a Swede who's making this?
Look at that. Don't get derailed too much now.
In this video, I want...
Doesn't sound like a Swede. I'll quit the volume here. This slide is exactly what Wintergatan is saying.
Mm-hmm.
That the higher level, which we do have represented in our document with the numbers here. So you could actually say that this list goes from highest level to lowest level, hopefully. And what Wintergatan is saying is that we should stay high in the beginning now when we're actually starting, which is true, but later stages also, it's a loop.
Yeah.
We also go back and revise lower levels later when we hash out higher levels. So stakeholder needs give rise to requirements, behavior structures, give rise to implementation. So, and the implementation here to the right, that's the programming wheel discussion. So
okay, it comes so.
Yeah, programming wheel is not even here.
Okay.
Because requirements is what the machine should do, not how. Here is how. So Wintergatan is having a great point, and I'm gonna copy Wintergatan's point straight into the document here now. If I can just get it.
I'll switch to the full for you so you can find the comment.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I do that off screen, so it's fine.
Okay.
Vanessa Paradis.
That is me.
I do it in the sketch notes here from Wintergatan. Oh no. Sometimes I can't copy from WhatsApp. What's up with that? Copy. I'm pasting your spelling errors, Wintergatan, I think.
Great. Do it.
Please remember that, let's just wrap this. No, please remember that higher level design requirements give rise to the actual features of the machine and their requirements. Define high level requirements first so you don't look at individual details of the programming wheel versus change too much before knowing what requirements. 2 R's here. That Apple. They must fulfill. That's such a good point, Wintergatan. And it's... But I think it's also okay for me. I wanted to kind of, to know what I was doing. I wanted to kind of see like, what is a performance requirement for the vibraphone about the dampener? How is it going to look? I wanted to go into detail, but we should probably stay out of tab 5, 6, and 7. We should be in the system tab, the user needs tab, and the purpose tab. So 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and then we have something from my memeplex here. The danger is you put it in the solution already in the DR. So as long as you are very aware of that problem, it's okay to revise.
Yeah.
And then Wintergatan just said what my memeplex said.
Yeah. it's so actually that gets me to this. Another step now to the point that memeplex and Wintergatan is making. Search through the entire document, perhaps with LLM, for requirements that are not design agnostic. So design agnostic means that they don't say how, they don't only say what. Edit Rex to become design agnostic. And then if we have a great idea, move solutions to another place, which I think is called like engineer. What is it like? I forget the name. I think I have it here. This detailed requirements. Exactly how is the product supposed to do that?
Okay.
So here's some examples of detailed. The main flywheel should have at least X amount of moment of inertia operating at exactly this RPM. Be at least 2.5 meter in outer diameter. I was pissed off here. I can tell, old me. So that I want the large wheel is not like something now, you know. Have removable sections so that you can leave the hub on the shaft and reduce the size of the OD for transportation. I was thinking about transportation constraints already then, but I wasn't categorizing them right. So detailed requirements. This is, I think, when we can say how. Move solutions to another place. Detailed recs. Question mark. And then V1 would be finished. So it's a really good point everyone is making.
Great, thank you.
Well, I'm tired, Hannes. It's wow. It's
yeah, we should start with something. Some nice small tasks to keep it going.
I need to go get water. I'm out of water.
You're out of water?
Yeah, so can I?
You can go and fetch water.
Yeah.
Chat, if you got questions, throw them at me. Otherwise, I will just try to keep talking here. And Martin, go fetch some water, and then we do some more work. We still have an hour left on our work day here. Let's do some fun little easier stuff.
We're doing keep on cleaning the stuff. Perhaps getting rid of all the LLM stuff would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something like that. I'm gonna leave the machine up here.
Do it.
But I actually want to leave. Can you put a thumbnail on OBS perhaps? That would be fun.
You're asking me so much.
Okay.
I
Never
can't do
mind.
it exactly right now.
Never mind.
I need 1 minute to do it.
Never mind.
Yeah, you go and fetch some water, Martin. And first of all, I want to inform all of you, the viewers, that we are on the Wintergatan.net website. We are starting to add info about upcoming streams or other things that you might need to know. So it's easier to follow along and know when we're streaming. For instance, it's Eastern holiday, Easter holiday coming up in Sweden. So this Friday and next Monday.
50-50 helt.
What a Martin
Tack så
thought.
mycket.
Does he not know that he's still live? Go fetch water, Martin.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, this Friday and the upcoming Monday we will not stream because we're off work that day, those days. And on this Thursday I will not join Martin on the stream, but producer Alfons will join instead. So I'm looking forward to tuning into that when I'm home, actually. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we're going to be all hands on deck to finish the Wintergatan Wednesday recap video. So we don't stream on Wednesdays, but we will be back. As I said, Thursday, Martin and Alphonse will be streaming. Okay, do we have some questions in chat? Slow-mo Echo Hannes. Okay, did Martin put me on his speakers again? Probably. So that's why I sound a little strange, perhaps. Yeah. So, how did you feel about this stream chat? I thought it's overwhelming to hear all of the info all at the same time. But as I said, it's good to keep this in mind when Martin is designing the machine. It should be modular, so had to have some constraints with both the size and the weight of the whole machine is good to keep in mind. Oh no, Martin says this Friday is not the 18th. There's a bug on info page. Okay. So I will have to tell producer Alphonse. The wrong date on Friday. On website. Get to it, Alphonse. It's peak content on the internet, no clickbait, just focus on solving a problem. Well, today's thumbnail was a little bit of clickbait, I think. That's the closest we get to clickbait nowadays. Martin's awesome thumbnail of the of the truck. That's the closest you get to clickbait on this channel nowadays. He's back, everyone.
It makes a huge difference to just take a stretcher like for 2 minutes. We should do that like these streams. Like it feels like I'm fully back to fresh now.
And the bug is fixed, Marcin, on the website. Thanks for pointing that out. Alphonse already fixed it. This stream seems very productive. There are a lot of good points to consider from B. Bobby. And that is true.
I happy to hear that. I feel I'm trying to entertain a little bit more than I should sometimes. I like to play the clown a little bit with Hannes. We're born entertainers.
Oh yes, we are.
But I think like eventually like the most entertaining would be if I made progress. I think the entertainment should come from progress and hard work.
Yeah, it does. And Violet Factorial says it's fun to watch. Don't forget to have fun with it. So thank you for that palette cleanser.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget to have fun with it. It's good. But yeah, I think slowly streaming is going to put me out of like joking around with you. I'm never going to stop with that. But like trying to entertain, I think like, yeah, it's going to be more and more and like, let's do this. But like, did we start this document yesterday morning? I think so.
I think so, yes.
So, and I mean, we've done a lot, and I've done a lot on the internalizing things, and now let's start working on the document. Let's clean. What we had a to-do list here. Clean up all notes. I wonder.
We got a nice little donation here with just a statement from Kitsch Bitch 567 Sommarfågel, my favorite.
Nice.
And now you're my favorite after that generous donation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We super appreciate the support, and it makes a big difference for us. So thank you so much. We're throwing the kitchen sink at this project now. It feels so fun. Okay, what do I feel like doing? I have a lot of good stuff I can do. In a way, it would be nice for the eyes to get all these italics out of the document, which is the LLM stuff.
Yeah. Go through, understand it.
Could that be something?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through the document top to bottom, get all the italics into the correct place. So let's start here. Let's start with on here. So I see that this one we already have. Shall play music tighter and better sounding than the two previous prototypes. Let's what should I do with that? That sounds horrible. It's not a good requirement. One requirement that I always loved is, yeah, here, this one. The machine shall play mesmerizing music that people want to listen to even without seeing the visuals. Verification, blind listening tests. So I think I can remove this one, and I wanna take this one, and it's perfect of the artistic vision. Oh, I can paste with Shift, removes the italic. Nice. The machine shall switch between different songs in under 5 minutes with a 4-person team. This is actually really interesting design requirement that is actually really worth our time. But it's not here in the why. This is functional system level requirement. So let's go to the system level, and I'm not done the tree here. Let's just put it here on the correct place, and we're going to put it where it should be later. Let me add, the machine shall switch between different songs in under 5 minutes with a 4-person team. It's a good, because it's verifiable. I think it should be a 2-person team, because this was, fun fact, Hannes. This was from the era when I thought we would program the wheels and stuff, but it's going to be pre-programmed. So I'm doing 2-person team in 3 minutes. Boom. If they can change the tires on a Formula 1 car in like 0.5 seconds, then we should be able to do that.
Of course.
Boom. The machine shall allow music to be programmed directly on the machine itself in an iterative fashion. This is going to end up on the weekly recap tomorrow. That I'm deleting this requirement to take a simpler. We're not going to program on the wheel itself. Boom. Very good, Martin. Making the machine simpler. The machine shall support dynamic playing, soft hard notes on single instruments, and dynamic song structures with mellow breakdowns and hard bass drops. Yes, this is important. We're going to include it here in the artistic visual, I think. In vision, I mean, vision.
Is it possible to zoom in a bit on the text? Thank you.
Much better.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. The machine shall support dynamic play. Okay, that was that one. I have it there. The machine shall play tight enough to groove and swing. You know what? Yes. It's an artistic vision. We're going to take that one. I tried to paste it without the italics. I managed to shift paste away the italics before. It was in the... I was surprised that the italics went away. It was because the cell was formatted differently. So let's just remove all the italics here. We know this is from the LLM, so I don't have to do that 100 times. The machine shall play tight enough to groove and swing. The machine shall support any timing resolution. Strokes on, yes. Definitely, this is a system level design requirement, functional design requirement. So let's add some rows here because we're going to come back here a bit often. Why is the A column this long? Oh, it was because I tried to fit it into the frame. The machine shall produce music that sounds familiar yet completely new and captures attentions from the first note. It's more of a user need for me as a composer. So we put it there. We put it here. We put Martin composer have this need.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's what I wanna do, kind of. Now I have to zoom out to get the text wrap. I can zoom back in. So this is ghost from my past, from the old design documents, all this. The machine's limitations shall spark creativity and keep the instrument versatile and expressive for long-term use. Okay, it can be in the.
I have a comment from chat here from Isaac Ramans. If it takes 6 minutes or 5 people, The machine doesn't necessarily fail. I like the idea, but at this point I don't know if this is a requirement. And people are saying, yeah, they're echoing this.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, to be honest, there's not a single requirement in this whole document. This is what I feel is like we are going to comb through all this. I was kind of making a point that I'm making it simpler. I can put it back to 5 minutes, but it's like we are just I truly feel I'm just making it exist first, and we're gonna make it better later.
So you just added a random value almost.
Yeah, so perhaps it's then better to do XX minutes with a XX person team.
Yeah.
It might be better to not like because I haven't really done the thinking.
Just det.
So but it's a good point. We're really just making the circle exist first here. The machine shall be able to perform live concerts that far exceed audience expectations. The first part, the machine shall be able to perform live concerts. That's a good requirement.
That seems kind of important.
Let's put that in here. But then it's in my art. I can leave. I try to verify. This is like me. Oh, it's embarrassing. I'll leave it in the artistic vision here for now. The machine shall be so reliable that the operator enjoys working with it instead of worrying about it. This is a user story from Martin. Martin. The project process shall be enjoyable and keep stress levels managed. Do you know what, Hannes? We did that with the live streams. So I think this is not a bad user story. All this is Martin. I can just go. So we have a couple of artistic vision. I call this just for now. I don't think this is really fantastic stuff, but we have cleaned it up anyway. Nice. We have the first tab cleaned out of LLM slop. So happy for that.
Nicely going, Martin.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we're in the user story tab. Oh,
I have a great story to tell you, Martin. The last 24 hours, we got 17 new Wintergatan backers.
Fantastic.
From both as YouTube members and patrons. We don't have the Twitch subscribers here just yet. But that was a cool thing today that we actually achieved 1,000 followers on Twitch. That was a big milestone for us. That was super fun.
Fantastic.
Thank you all for your support. It means the world to us. We don't take it for granted. We love you guys.
100%. I'm going to turn all this italic off here, just so I don't have to do them. And I think this verification method, let's just delete all that for now. That was from the LLM. They can help me later when we need to fill in all the verification method, when we think about that.
Ludwig with a comment here. Yeah, and Ludwig says, Derek reminded me that there is no mention about material efficiency when making songs in a document. Is it something worth adding?
What is material efficiency, Ludwig?
Yeah.
You mean for making the programming stuff?
Probably.
Oh, so that's a constraint actually. That's a material constraint. That's interesting. So for example, because I
The
saw
limitations of like plywood and stuff like that.
yeah, and how much materials we want to use. So I think constraint, what fixed limit budget, scheduled regulations apply. I think in here we could add like the programming wheels should not use more material than X. Yeah.
Terrific.
Good, Ludwig. We added it. So no person shall ever be injured by the machine during design, blah, 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 blah. It's a safety thing. It might not be well written, but it's safety. So under here. Haha. My God, this machine, Hannes. Am I going to ever finish it? Oof.
Yes.
Yes. Well, good. The machine shall have emergency brakes and safety stops built in. Here's all safety stuff. The design shall operate a safety, reliable, full. I think all this is safety, reliability. Let's just put them where they belong and revisit them later. You want the text larger? Is this okay? Perhaps. You know what I can do? I can go view and I can do this a little bit cleaner. Because then I think we can. This is pretty nice, perhaps.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Of course. It's sometimes hard for me to navigate when I'm too zoomed in. Let's see what this is. The step height and power input shall be fully adjustable and controllable by the operator. Step height. Yeah, I know why I'm writing backwards. That's a drivetrain constraint, actually. Let's put it over there. We haven't started working with this really. Boom. The machine shall be insensitive to vibration and humidity, modular and small enough to fit through normal large stage doors and be transported in one small truck. So I was thinking about this before today's presentation. And here we have the same. A 4-person crew shall assemble the machine in less than 3 hours and disassemble it in less than. So let's X all these. Because there's no thought in this. The machine shall be easy to divide into modules that a single forklift or 4 people can lift, or X people can lift. Ludwig wants to go ambitious by having it liftable with only 2 people. All these are transport requirements on a system level, which is 4.8 here. So that's here. And then we should give this line the green color. So what did we learn? We learned that this paint roller mode. So we click the color, we click the roller, and we paint. Haha.
Oh, that is great.
That's great, actually. Paint. Oh, then I can just choose black and I can paint. Why? Oh, okay, no, it's not. I want a key command for the paint format. Anyway.
Eric!
Chat. So we're done with Y. We're done with 2. I think we're done with... We're also done with 3. We have to clean it up, but we're done with the notes here. So let's do 4 systems. Here's all the notes from Ludwig's transportation presentation. Here's the LLM stuff. I wanna clean this up. I'm gonna remove the verification method suggestions there. It's just slop. Perhaps good slop, but it's just slop. The machine shall be fully mechanical for all main functions. Electricity only for audio capture. We have that requirement already. The machine shall drop marbles onto real musical instrument to produce live music. Whoa. High level. Do we have that already, perhaps? Or is that in the machine shall play music by dropping marbles onto instruments. So we have it already.
Delete.
The machine shall be mesmerizing to look at and understand purely by visual inspection. We have it. The music shall be tight enough to groove. We have that. The machine shall switch songs. Okay, this is repetitive. We have that. The machine shall allow iterative on-machine programming. We're going to remove that to be less ambitious. The machine shall support modular assembly, disassembly for world touring. That's a pretty nice formulation. So we'll keep that in. Okay, we are done with tab 4. For now, let's check the instruments. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Should we on Memeplex notes? Okay, but this is the most fun one where we started with the vibraphone. Okay, no, let's not. I got scared by this text.
They can't harm you.
Let's get over it. Let's do it. A lot of scrolling when I'm zoomed in. It's fine. The machine shall include a drum kit. We have that already. These are old. Each drum should have defined marble sizes. Old. I like this one. Snare shall support ghost notes. I want to go to the instrument requirement and add them for the drums requirement. Boom. Ha. We're doing it. Vibraphone shall sound mesmerizing. Blah, blah, blah. Bass shall delete. Bass shall support fast, clean playing dynamics and full string damping. Wait, it's a bad requirement. I'm going to put it in here under bass just because I thought of something when I wrote it. A 4-slot carousel shall allow quick instrument changes between songs with safe marble handling when instruments are swapped. Shaker tambourine module shall support cacophony patterns and adjustable timing. Wow, cacophony. This I added, I think, during
Martin, do you want to stream all the way today? Otherwise, I really need to take a quick pee.
You can do that.
Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
I'll entertain everyone with my spreadsheets. I'm gonna add another.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, perfect. I'm going to add another segment here. They actually belong with the drums, or is it percussion? 5-4 percussion requirements. I think they should be under the drums, actually. I think we only have 3. No, let's do it like that. But then bass is 5.4, percussion is 5.3, and we're gonna switch places here. Yay! Haha, nice. The machine shall include a drum kit. We have that. The snare drum, ghost notes. We have that. Kick drum should use this marbles, snares, blah blah blah. Here I go into details super hard, which exactly what each drum is going to do, I'm going to delete all this, which is actually also the decision that the LLM did when I asked it to help me. So we're actually done with the instrument, and we can move on to cleaning tab number 6, the loop. And let's just see what we have here. The marble cycle shall return marbles reliably to the programming wheels. Okay, good. Programming wheels shall support 16 beats per revolution with 2 millisecond standard deviation over 3 minutes. I guess I meant marble drops. I'm gonna leave it in there. The system shall allow iterative on-machine programming and quick song changes. No, it shouldn't. I make that simpler. Let's make the design requirements less dumb. And let's move on to tab number 7. We're going to see what we have here from my old document. The drivetrain shall be powered by 1 to 4 humans. So we're in the drivetrain. Let's just do roboto mono for everything. No electric for main functions. I think we already said that in the systems. So now I wonder how I could learn to search. Perhaps it's not in there. Let's leave it then. The drivetrain shall convert uneven human power input into stable RPM with music BPM deviation less than 1% during 3 minutes of operation under varying loads. Great. The main music flywheel shall have outer diameter. No, we're not going to talk about that now. Shall be the visual center point and have removable sections for transport. Here's a good... This is not a good design requirement. Removable sections for transport is a how and not a what. So you can, if you want to make it better, first of all, it's not atomic. Let's just make a little, let's just make this the requirement better here. The main music flywheel shall have outer diameter X meter. This is a, so we're gonna split this up because we shouldn't express 3 thoughts in one requirement. It should be atomic. It's only 1 thought per requirement, and then we need to split this up why it should go. Main music flywheel shall have outer diameter X millimeter, and this is a detailed design requirement. This is not a functional requirement. I don't know if it's a performance requirement even. I don't think it is. I think it's a detailed. So I don't think, do we even have those? No. So let's create a new tab. Rename 12 detailed design rec. I'm slowly like getting more sure about like these categories, which that's something that feels good. Show grid lines.
Just have to echo Peter C3. God, I love spreadsheets.
That's, well, we have some in store for you. That's good. So I'm breaking this old bad requirement up in atomic parts and putting them on, like this old requirement was like 3 different thoughts in 3 different categories in one requirement. So the removable sections for transport It's just because people didn't think I should have that big wheel that I included that there. It also goes in the detailed music flywheel. So this is very later. Has removable. Okay, never mind spelling. I don't care. Boom, boom, boom. Be the visual center point angled towards the audience. So this is an artistic thing. So we go way back to the beginning here of the Y. It's like artistic vision. The music flywheel be the visual center point. Okay. Shall be. Why do my flywheel always end up with large L? I love flywheels so much that I give them large F. You know, I can't just write flywheel.
Yeah, there.
Lowercase f. No.
No, they deserve more.
We're on tab 7 here, Hannes.
Crazy.
And we're
Look
getting...
at you go.
Yeah, we're... But I'm leaving quite a lot of slop behind me, though. So, but there's a lot of...
Can you take one compliment, sir?
Okay, you're right. I hate when people don't take compliments. I stop, like Ludwig, he was good on camera. In private, when I text him, I really appreciate you helping so much. It's crickets, or did you see, like he cannot say a small little thank you. If he's listening, but now it was me, of course, but he was better with the compliments on the stream, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to be good also.
Thank you.
The Huygens drive weight shall be adjustable in the range XS kilo to be determined. It's a little redundant after X6 kilo. And counterweight X6 kilo. Look at me go. It's a good design requirement. Well, it's not, because I'm doing, it's not atomic. I'm doing two things here. So let's break it up. We're going to have the drive weight, main weight, I call it. Main weight. Boom. And then the counterweight. The Huygens counterweight. Two different ones. And where should this go? This is drivetrain. No, these are detailed design requirements. So all our tabs here, Hannes, this is pretty interesting. I just realizing this now. You see, in all these 11 chapters on our index, we're not gonna write on a single place on how we're going to design this machine. Isn't that crazy? So that's coming now with the tab that I created while you were away. Number 12.
Oh, sorry.
Detailed design recs.
Oh, sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
It really dawns on me now, like, that requirements is what the machine needs to do, not how. The flywheel governor shall regulate tempo to the BPM deviation limit above, and this is also bad, like it's referencing, okay. Fine-tuning via lever. The conveyor flywheel and compound pulleys shall keep conveyor belts moving steadily. Okay, not good requirements, but let's keep them here in the drivetrain like they are. I think I can work with them later here in the drivetrain. Frame. Let's clean this up. Machine shall be modular with steel frames. It's not good. Modules can be lifted by forklift or X people. All loose parts, marble pins shall have clearly marked protective cases. This is not really a frame thing. Structural components shall be reinforced to prevent collapse or tipping during transport setup. The machine shall be insensitive. I already had this. Clearly marked protective case. I don't... No.
Balmunk here with a comment. Is Martin starting to like requirements?
Valmunk, I have this idea to do a like long running joke on on the stream YouTube titles, because today we had not trying to love design requirements. We have starting to love design requirements, and then I'm thinking about like next stream starting to really love, and then like I'm gonna slowly ramp it up. I'm absolutely in love with.
I'm obsessed with
Yes.
design requirements.
Leaving my wife for these design requirements. So yes, I'm starting to like them.
You're starting to understand them, I think.
Yes, and like it's fantastic. Like, we're not saying how we're building the machine here. We're saying
What is it?
what is it, what the machine needs to do for it to be a success.
Yeah.
It took me a couple of years to get out of the tinkering thing. We're almost done with the cleaning.
Yeah, and
Let's
I see a donation and a comment here from PDQ Buck fan. Will the on the phone make a comeback? That's how we do it. You wrap it in a donation. Then Martin has to answer it.
Thank you for asking. No, it was I played it once live on a museum on Lucas Museum in Germany, and
With a couple of alcohol units in you.
it needs the design requirement for the on the phone to make a comeback. It's a special gathering of nice people and some fuel. Sorry, no. The operator shall stand and power the machine. But the idea, PDQ, to have other instruments that I can play while operating the machine, that idea is absolutely in.
We have to see what contraptions will be there.
Yeah.
You never know.
So we are in the control tab here. Operator should stand power. Pedals shall be adjustable. All control shall be reached. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Wait, shall give real-time feedback. Oh, these are kind of new requirements that I added, Hannes, when
Good YouTube title. These design requirements changed my life.
I also have this something that I didn't like. It said what they don't tell you about design requirements. I want to do that one. I really want to do that one.
Top 10 design requirements.
Audio. Okay. Top 10. Top 10 design requirements. It's hilarious because it's so wrong.
Yes.
It's so wrong. Top 10 design requirements to really make your project shine. Video. The project shall be documented transparently in the Wintergatan Wednesdays format with minimum effort. 95% of resources on the machine itself. We're slowly getting there. This has been difficult. This is a YouTube requirement. The machine okay. Boom, boom, boom. Detailed design recs. Okay, yes. We are done with the first cleaning. First through of cleaning. I want to add this tab 12 to the index. And do you know how I do that? I do that by, let's see if I can remember. Command K. No. Yes, I need to zoom out. Sheets and named ranges. Detailed. Oh. Yes. And now to go there, most people click first here and then they click there to get to that tab. But that's not me. What I do.
Double click Martin. That was my name.
That was my name. Wait. Can't I hover when... Yeah, I hover, then I click once. I'm not some kind of animal.
Animal.
Okay. Great. You know what we have done? In our two next steps here, we have I thought I made a point for the LLM points, but it was involved in this one, so we can't. We did half this step. Okay, so what's the time? 42. Where to go now, Hannes?
We need to add this to one of our stream titles as well. Everything you always wanted to know about design requirements, but we're afraid to ask.
I should actually do this. What even is design requirements? Everyone is talking about, everyone is talking about design requirements at this. No, how is that meme? At this point, I'm afraid to ask.
I mean, the last one will surprise you. That's so good.
That's
so
brilliant. Now we have two to-do lists now.
You know what's next on my to-do list?
Tell me.
Thank all the wonderful backers that are supporting this marvelous journey. Without you, I don't know if we would even be here. You mean so much to us. You make this possible.
Yep.
You make it possible for me to sit here holding Martin's hand digitally while he's scaredly writing design requirements. So it's all thanks to you guys who backs the project, and even all of you who just watches the streams and keeps us company. You're the guys that makes this possible. We are so incredibly happy to have you here. We love you all.
100%.
Awesome.
100%. Thanks, everyone. I think I should be more specific in the to-do list, because I think it's tab 3 and tab 4 is where, according to Wintergatan comment previously, I think tab 3 and tab 4, the system level requirements and the user needs, that's where the money is now, right now, or how the expression goes. This is where we should do work coming up. I should try to spend less time over here in the instruments. Of course, we started with vibraphone because that's what I want to design next. But I think why is interesting, but the user needs and the system, the requirements is the correct place to start now.
What do you think about that, Martin? I just want to say that as soon as I started thanking backers, our friend Martin just said, "Oh no, you don't," and then he went away and gifted 5 more Wintergatan memberships. So now we have The Man's Too Sexy For You, Minchi 2462, Xavier TWT, Buckaroo Samurai, and I'm sorry I can't pronounce your username, U1G. Anyway, Martin, as always, you're so incredibly generous.
Yeah,
That's
really
crazy.
thank you. We really appreciate it. And I think for the next steps, I'm going to be more clear. Refine tab 3, user stories. Refine tab 4, system requirements. Because I think that's where we should do work. Yeah. Okay. I think I don't have the brain powers to start another round of cleaning. We should just summarize and be super happy with.
It's an incredible day.
It's been it's probably what I need to do. I'm always nervous and procrastinating.
You're sitting on your ass in the chair writing. You're not procrastinating then.
Okay.
And I can see you if you switch tabs to chess.com.
Yeah, that's what I actually want to do in the end of the stream. Ludwig, can you turn off the banning of chess.com? Because Ludwig has banned chess.com on our local network here.
Great.
Then I can play a live game. But no.
Don't be so scared at procrastinating. You're learning and make a huge progress, Martin.
Thank you, Hannes. You're a fantastic company here, and I think I let you. I want to thank everyone, and I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you close it off to some background music.
Oh, perfect. Oh wow, I get the epic music as well. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today. As I mentioned earlier, tomorrow there's no stream, but you can look forward to a Wintergatan Wednesdays recap video. And then Martin will be back streaming on Thursday with producer Alfons as a sidekick. So, with that, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Love you guys, and catch you next time. Bye!